I went to the Barclays Center once, only once, for a Neil Diamond concert. I saw Neil Diamond, and he's like 70 years old. Love on the rocks, ain't no surprise. Pour me a drink, and that guy. And I was able to get in with my gun. They actually let me check in like law enforcement does. I showed them my permit. And then they said, "What hand do you shoot with?" I said, "My right." They give you a red wristband so that if any shenanigans break out, they'll know who was checked out when they're holding their guns. So I didn't think anything was going to happen at a Neil Diamond show.
Was it an impenetrable bracelet?
Unique little system.
Couldn't get it off.
Yeah.
Foiled again.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I was just looking for other people with wristbands.
Yeah.
I'm in North Carolina. There's no way you could go to an event that has tickets and stuff like that with a gun. Like that's like the big thing. Like if you.
That's what amazed me. Fucking New York, which is crazy, and New York City, which is crazy. But I guess it's mostly for law enforcement. But since it was a complete, legit license, they let me in.
Like getting a concealed carry in New York, I might be out of date, but you kind of have to prove that your life's in danger, right?
It's nearly impossible to get.
How did you do
I
it?
have plenty of death threats against me.
Was it that? Did you prove that like you might have to defend yourself?
Oh yeah, I had threat assessments done, and I save all the emails from people that want to kill me and the threats and everything else. I had some guy that was driving around my neighborhood and tweeting at the same time and putting his position of where he was in his tweets. He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm close. I'm going to drop in." The next day, I shit you not, the next day, I'm listening on the news, and some guy was in a standoff with police, and it was that guy.
Oh, God.
It turned out he had an airsoft rifle, but they arrested him, took him in, and he was off his meds. But he was looking for me.
Good thing he didn't find you, or you would have killed him.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have killed him, and maybe had a welt. I fucking with an airsoft welt, and he would have not had a head.
You know how like you in the moment that you get shot, apparently based on war veterans, like you're not feeling the bullet searing pain, like you're in shock. Like what if you just felt a few like pop 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 like stings? You're like, this is the end, and then you just mow this guy down in your front yard, only to look down. Ah, fuck! Just a couple BBs caught the, culverts of my clothing.
You're like, I'm a fucking superhero.
Hashtag unbreakable.
I guess I'm a vigilante now. All right, let's go.
Doesn't New York Kyle, you know way more than me, but some states are like shall issue, and some states are like may issue, or some other word.
Yeah,
those are the words.
And the idea is basically, where I am, it's shall. So if I apply for it, he's got to give it to me. He doesn't have any voice in this. He's just the facilitator of the thing. It's not like he's the decider. But may, your sheriff can be like, yeah, I know Marky. He doesn't need that. No, I'm not signing. Or maybe just have a blanket thing where he doesn't sign any at all. Like no one gets one here.
Yeah. Here it takes one 6-hour class on one day. And
you had to go to a class, eh? Interesting.
Yeah.
I had my picture taken.
You can double it up here because if you get your concealed carry permit in Missouri, it also counts as a hunting permit, and so then you don't have to do that. So it's like you can spend an extra hour in class here in the same stuff, and never have to go back. So
mine was like 10 hours. It was like 5 hours of like hands-on, like shooting targets and listening to instructions, and then 5 hours of classroom, something like that.
Another thing about New York. No fucking class. I didn't have to take shit. I went, and my New York City one is an attachment on my state license. So it's easier to get than a pure New York City license. It does the same shit. I drive into the city, whatever. But the state license and even the city attachment, no course, no nothing. But you have to cough up your innards and let them examine everything. I mean, your fucking tax returns. I mean, give them everything.
It was
But,
like
no
$50. It was like $50, and they took my photograph, and that was the cost.
Oh, you had to drive in there? Man, what a hardship. Georgia really needs to streamline this.
It's so close to my house. That's the funny thing. The place is literally so close to my house. I could have walked. I mean, I could. If I looked out a window, I can almost see the place where I had to go. It's so close. It was super easy. Yeah.
Anthony, what do you carry? The model.
HK40.
I don't know how big that is. Is it like subcompact?
SK. Yeah, it's mid-size 40 caliber. It's nice. If I'm doing something where I don't have as much to wear, I have that affinity for that Walther PPK S, the 380. I like that little thing. It's pretty accurate and dependable. I like it down at the range. That's about it. The funny thing is when you first start carrying, you just buy the biggest fucking 45.
Yeah, 1911.
Like I got a full-size SIG 45. I'm like, no one go fuck with me, motherfucker. You got this anvil on your hip. It's hard.
Pulling your pants down on one side.
You can't sit down in your car.
Always having to pull your pants up.
I need something a little more reasonable.
Yeah. I sit here and think, like, is there a pen gun? Like something I could keep in a shirt pocket? Oh, just one shot, maybe.
I don't like the little minis carries. Some guys like those really small guns. I like something with a little substance to it, but not, obviously not giant. I like that 40, good size.
I'm on the mini side. LCP is the gun that I carry. And some people will say, like, oh, I'm not accurate with it. Yeah, I'm not really either. I'm just hoping my opponent is close. That's the idea.
They usually are.
Pops. I was talking to my dad about that yesterday. He was looking for a gun to carry. I was like, on your person or in your truck, et cetera, asking questions. And yeah, you definitely don't want some gigantic thing you got to carry around. You want it to be concealed, right? That's the whole point. I carry that LCP sometimes, but I can't hit shit with that. I missed a juice box one time on my back porch with it, and I know how to shoot. So, like, if I'm going to carry something that I think is going to be effective, it's probably going to be my Car 40 or one of my other smaller pistols, one of the revolvers.
If you were aiming let's say, for example, you're at one gas station pump, and I'm, a car length away from you, you hit my chest every time. You can hit a chest. Maybe not a juice box, but a chest from 18 feet.
Not with that pistol. Not in any
really?
kind of I would literally have to do. This is how I would have to be like squeeze, squeeze, pop, and maybe. I'm telling you, that LCP is such shit. I can't hit anything.
I need to test it again because I don't think I'm a better shot than you, but I feel like I'd hit that shot every time. So
yeah, I'm terrible with that LCP. I mean, if I got a full size pistol, I could shoot your ear off. But with that LCP, I might not hit you. I'll hit the back.
I'm looking to get either as my next gun, a Ruger LCR in 357, like the small hammerless revolver for carry.
Yeah.
And those are cool. And then I think that's what they use. Walter has in Breaking Bad, maybe, or something similar to that.
Yes, it is.
And then I was looking at the Ruger GP100, which is the revolver right in the next size. And even as I was looking at it, I'm like, nope, this is the same mistake you made last time. You're going to end up with a big amount of metal that's useless. I've got a SIG P226 Mark 25 9mm handgun in there that is so heavy. Yeah. And it's like
it's a great range gun
to be able to shoot 17 of these, right? Like,
yeah.
If I need 17, I'm in a real tight spot, and I'm probably not getting out.
I've got a gun in the same class. I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm, right? I bet if we would have put them down next to each other, they'd be the same size. I love it at the range. I could shoot like 300 rounds. The recoil never bothers my wrist or my hand. It's fun, and I feel like I'm pretty accurate with it too. But carrying it, no way. In a gym bag, maybe. The SIG P238, if I were to choose right now, is the one that I've had my eye on. It's a 380.
That's right?
Yeah, it's a tiny little 1911 essentially. It's a 380 and it's small. And I've only had big and small, right? Like I've got I forget the name of my like 7-cylinder revolver. It's
You got the Smith and Wesson
J
680,
686. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. The Smith and Wesson 686, which is a full size, big, heavy gun. It's a great gun. I love it, but I wouldn't carry it. I sooner carry a cinder block. And I've got the Smith & Wesson M&P9, and then all the way on the other side, I have a 1911, and then I've got this little LCP, which is like a wallet almost to carry. And I'm like, well, maybe you could go a little bigger, and still be able to carry it.